is the world's favorite chocolate bar, defined by a glass and a half of fresh milk in every half pound.
It began in 1824, when John Cadbury opened a grocery shop in Birmingham, grinding cocoa by hand.
The family moved operations to Bourneville, building a garden city to provide better lives for their workers.
In 1905, they revolutionized chocolate by using fresh liquid milk instead of powder, creating a creamier taste.
This innovation birthed the legendary glass and a half symbol, representing the generous amount of milk used. The journey begins in Ghana, where the tropical climate provides the perfect environment for growing cocoa.
Farmers harvest the pods by hand once they turn a vibrant yellow or orange, signaling peak ripeness.
With a precise strike, the thick pods are split open to reveal the wet beans nestled in white pulp.
The beans are covered in banana leaves to ferment for several days, developing their rich chocolate flavor.
Once fermented, the beans are spread out on raised platforms to dry naturally under the hot African sun.
The dried beans are packed into sturdy jute sacks, weighed, and prepared for their long journey overseas.
Thousands of tons of cocoa beans are loaded onto ships, traveling across the ocean to the United Kingdom. At the factory, the sacks arrive at the intake bay, ready to be transformed into chocolate bars.
The beans pass through vibrating sieves, shaking off dust, stones, and any debris from the harvest.
Powerful magnets remove any metallic objects, ensuring only pure cocoa beans move to the next stage.
The clean beans enter massive rotating drums for roasting, a critical step for developing the final taste.
Inside, hot air roasts the beans to perfection, deepening their color and unlocking that signature aroma.
The roasted beans pass through a winnower, which cracks the brittle outer shells apart from the valuable center. Powerful jets of air blow away the light shells, leaving behind only the pure, darker cocoa nibs.
These nibs enter the grinding mills, where they are crushed into a thick liquid called cocoa liquor. Heavy granite rollers crush the roasted nibs, breaking down their cellular structure into a thick, coarse paste.
Intense friction generates heat, melting the cocoa butter naturally found inside and turning the paste into liquid.
This dark, free-flowing liquid is known as cocoa liquor, the pure essence of the chocolate bean.
The liquor is pumped into heated holding tanks to maintain its liquid state until it is needed for mixing.
Meanwhile, tanker trucks arrive daily, delivering fresh, full-cream milk directly from local British dairy farms.
Once approved, the milk flows through heat exchangers for pasteurization, killing bacteria while preserving flavor.
The milk enters massive evaporators, where a significant portion of its water content is carefully removed.
The result is a thick, rich, condensed milk base, which serves as the creamy foundation of Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Sugar is the next vital ingredient, dispensed with precision to be dissolved into the condensed milk. The condensed milk is thoroughly mixed with sugar, creating a sweet, sticky paste that will soon meet the cocoa.
Finally, the rich cocoa liquor is added to the sweetened condensed milk, beginning a unique chemical reaction.
This mixture is cooked in large vacuum ovens, caramelizing the milk and sugar to develop a distinct flavor.
As moisture evaporates, the liquid transforms into a solid, dried substance known famously as Cadbury crumb.
This golden brown crumb is the secret behind the brand's signature caramelized taste and creamy texture.
Unlike other chocolates that mix powder components, this unique cooking process is what sets Cadbury apart.
The solid crumb must now be refined. It is fed into heavy steel rollers to break it down.
These powerful rollers crush the crumb, reducing the particle size significantly with immense pressure.
At a microscopic level, the rough particles are pulverized into a fine dust to ensure a smooth mouthfeel.
The output is a fine, dry chocolate powder, ready for the final stages of transformation into liquid chocolate.
Next, the refined powder enters the conching, a machine invented to refine texture and flavor.
We add additional pure cocoa butter, transforming the dry powder into a thick, flowing paste.
Heavy rollers knead the mixture back and forth, smoothing out every microscopic rough edge.
This constant agitation aerates the chocolate, removing unwanted bitterness and acidic aromas.
The texture evolves from coarse and gritty to the silky, velvety mouthfeel that Cadbury is famous for.
This process can last for hours or even days, ensuring the flavor profile is fully developed.
Finally, we have a glossy, liquid chocolate ready for the most critical scientific step.
The chocolate moves to the tempering machine, where temperature control is absolute. We rapidly cool the liquid, forcing the cocoa butter to crystallize in a stable form.
A slight reheat melts any unstable crystals, leaving only the perfect structure behind.
This tempering process gives the finished bar its satisfying snap and shiny appearance.
Production moves to the molding line, where thousands of empty trays march in perfect unison.
The molds are preheated so the chocolate flows evenly into every quarter of the design.
The depositor head aligns perfectly with the trays, acting as the heart of the assembly line. Liquid chocolate floods the molds, capturing the iconic shape and branding in an instant.
Precision valves ensure every single bar contains exactly the right amount of chocolate.
The filled molds hit a vibrating table, shaking the liquid vigorously. This vibration forces trapped air bubbles to the surface, preventing holes in the finished bar.
The chocolate settles into a perfectly flat layer, ensuring a uniform bar thickness.
Finally, the warm bars enter a massive cooling tunnel to solidify into their final form.
Inside the massive cooling tunnel, chilled air circulates to solidify the warm liquid chocolate.
As the cocoa butter crystallizes, the bar contracts slightly and gains its signature snap.
Emerging from the cold, the chocolate is now a solid, durable block, ready for extraction. The line mechanically inverts the molds, preparing to shake the solid bars free from their casing. Pneumatic hammers deliver precise, rapid taps to break the vacuum seal between chocolate and plastic. Gravity takes over, and thousands of naked Cadbury bars drop onto the transport belt below. High-speed cameras scan every millimeter, instantly checking for cracks, bubbles, or shape defects.
Safety is paramount. A sensitive metal detector ensures no foreign objects contaminate the chocolate.
Any imperfect bar is instantly identified and blasted off the line by a precise jet of air.
Only the flawless bars continue, forming a mesmerizing, endless river of chocolate heading to packaging. Mechanical guides gently align the bars into single-file lanes, organizing the flow for the wrappers.
Giant rolls of the iconic purple Cadbury packaging material are loaded, ready to dress the finished bars. The flow wrap machine forms a continuous tube of packaging, moving at incredible speeds. Perfectly timed, the chocolate bars slide inside the protective purple sleeve without slowing down.
Heated jaws crimp and cut the foil ends, sealing in freshness for the consumer. Robotic arms group individual bars, preparing them for multi-packs or bulk distribution.
Flat cardboard is instantly folded into retail display boxes, awaiting the finished product.
Pick-and-place robots gently deposit the wrapped bars into their shipping containers. Finally, the boxes are sealed and taped, ready to be shipped to stores worldwide.
Smaller display units are packed into larger shipping cartons, ensuring they survive the journey to retailers safely.
Heavy lifting is left to precision robotics, capable of moving hundreds of kilograms without fatigue.
The robot stacks the boxes in an interlocking pattern to maximize stability during transport.
A final layer of stretch wrap secures the load, protecting the chocolate from dust and moisture. Forklift operators swiftly move the finished pallets from the packaging line to the logistics area. This facility holds enough chocolate to satisfy the nation's cravings for weeks.
Logistics teams load the trucks, dispatching fresh batches to every corner of the country.
From the factory gates, the journey continues to distribution centers and local stores.
For the consumer, it is a simple choice, driven by a century of trust and taste. The ritual of unwrapping is the final step before the experience begins.
Inside, the glossy finish and rich aroma signal the quality of the tempered chocolate. From a humble bean in the tropics to the finished bar in your hand, the journey is immense. Millions of these bars are produced every single day to meet global demand. It is a global operation, bringing a taste of joy to millions of people around the world.
That is so creamy. It just melts in your mouth.
This is the story behind every bar of Cadbury Dairy Milk. Thanks for watching.